Rugved A Book the 3rd. Hymn I. Agni. 1 Thou, Agni, who wilt have the strong, hast made me the Soma's priest, to worship in assembly. Thou shinest to the gods, I set the press stones. I toil, be joyful in thyself, O Agni. East have we turned the right, may the hymn aid it? With wood and worship shall they honor Agni. From heaven the synods of the wise have learned it, see, and for the quick and strong they seek advancement. The prudent, he whose will is pure, brought welfare, allied by birth to heaven and earth in kinship. The gods discovered in the midst of waters beautiful Agni with the sisters' labor. Hymn, blessed one, the 7 strong floods augmented, him white at birth and red when waxen mighty. As mother mares run to their new born ewling, so at his birth the gods wondered at Agni. Spreading with radiant limbs throughout the region, purging his power with wise purifications. Robing himself in light, the life of waters, lie spreads abroad his high and perfect glories. He sought heaven's mighty ones, the unconsuming, the unimpaired, not clothed and yet not naked. Then they, ancient and young, who dwell together, 7 sounding rivers, as one germ received him. His piles, assuming every form, are scattered where flow sweet waters, at the spring of fatness. There stood the milch kine with full laden udders, and both paired mighty mothers of the wondrous. Carefully cherished, son of strength, thou shongst assuming lasting and refulgent beauties. Full streams of fatness and sweet juice descended, there where the mighty one grew strong by wisdom. From birth he knew even his father's bosom, he set his voices and his streams in motion. Knew him who moved with blessed friends in secret, with the young dames of heaven. He stayed not hidden. He nursed the infant of the sire and maker, alone the babe sucked many a teeming bosom. Guard, for the bright and strong, the fellow spouses friendly to men and bound to him in kinship. The mighty one increased in space unbounded, full many a glorious flood gave strength to Agni. Friend of the house, within the lap of order lay Agni, in the sister river's service. As keen supporter where great waters gather, light a shedder whom the brood rejoice to look on. He who begot, and will beget, the dawn lights, most manly, child of floods, is youthful Agni. Him, varied in his form, the lovely infant of floods and plants the blessed wood hath gendered. Gods even, moved in spirit, came around him, and served him at his birth, the strong, the wondrous. Like brilliant lightnings, mighty luminaries accompany the light diffusing Agni. Waxen, as 'twere in secret, in his dwelling, while in the boundless stall they milk out Amrita. I sacrificing serve thee with oblations and crave with longing thy good will and friendship. Grant, with the gods, thy grace to him who lauds thee, protect us with thy rays that guard the homestead. May we, O Agni, thou who leadest wisely, thy followers and masters of all treasures, strong in the glory of our noble offspring, subdue the godless when they seek the battle. Ensign of gods hast thou become, O Agni, joy giver, knower of all secret wisdom. Friend of the homestead, thou hast lightened mortals, car-borne thou goest to the gods, fulfilling. Within the house hath sate the king immortal of mortals, filling full their sacred synods. Bedewed with holy oil he shineth widely, Agni, the knower of all secret wisdom. Come unto us with thine auspicious friendship, come speeding, mighty, with thy mighty succors. Grant us abundant wealth that saves from danger, that brings a good repute, a glorious portion. To thee who art of old these songs, O Agni, have I declared, the ancient and the later. These great libations to the strong are offered, in every birth is Jatavita stablished. Stablished in every birth is Jatavitas, kindled perpetual by the Visvamitras. May we rest ever in the loving kindness, in the auspicious grace of him the holy. This sacrifice of ours do thou, O mighty, O truly wise, bear to the gods rejoicing. Grant us abundant food, thou priestly herald, vouchsafe to give us ample wealth, O Agni. As holy food, Agni, to thine invoker give wealth in cattle, lasting, rich in marvels. To us he born a son, and spreading offspring. Agni, be this thy gracious will to us a ward. Hymn 2. Agni. 1 To him, Vaisvanara, who strengthens holy law, to Agni we present our praise like oil made pure. With thoughtful insight human priests bring him anear, our herald from of old, as an axe forms a car. He made the heaven and earth resplendent by his birth, child of two mothers he was meet to be implore. D. Agni, oblation a bearer, gracious, ever a young, infallible, rich in radiant light, the guest of men. Within the range of their surpassing power, by might, the gods created Agni with inventive thought. I, eager to win strength, address him, like a steed, resplendent with his brilliance, with his ample light. Eager to gain, we crave from him the friendly god strength confident, choice worthy meet to be extolled. The Bitergus bounty, willing, strong with sages' lore, even Agni shining forth with light that comes from heaven. For happiness, men, having trimmed the sacred grass, set Agni glorious for his strength before them her. Yeah, with raised ladles, him bright, dear to all the gods, perfecting aims of works, Rudra of solemn rites. Around thy dwelling a place, O brightly a shining priest, are men at sacrifice, whose sacred grass is trim. Ed. Wishing to do thee service, Agni, they are there, desirous of thy friendship grant them store of wealth. He hath filled heaven and earth and the great realm of light, when at his birth the skillful held him in they are. Hold. He like a horse is led forth to the sacrifice sage, graciously inclined, that he may win us strength. Honor the oblation a bearer, him who knows fair rights, serve ye the household friend who knows all thi. Ngs. That be. He drives the chariot of the lofty ordinance, Agni most active, is the great high priest of gods. They who are free from death, fain for him, purified three splendors of the mighty Agni, circling all. To man, for his enjoyment, one of these they gave, the other two have passed into the sister sphere. Man's sacrificial food hath sharpened like an axe, for brightness, him the sage of men, the people's lore. D. Busied with sacred rites he mounts and he descends. He hath laid down his vital germ within these worlds. He stirs with life in wombs dissimilar in kind, born as a lion or a loudly a bellowing bull. Vaisvanara immortal with wide a reaching might, bestowing goods and wealth on him who offers gifts. Vaisvanara, as of old, mounted the cope of heaven, heaven's ridge, well greeted, by those skilled in no bly songs. He, as of old, producing riches for the folk, still watchful, traversest common way again. For new prosperity we seek to Agni, him whose course is splendid, gold-haired, excellently bright. Whom Madarisvan stablished, dweller in the heaven, meet for high praise and holy, sage and true to law. As pure and swift of course, beholder of the light, who stands in heaven's bright sphere a sign, who wa. Kes. At dawn. Agni, the head of heaven, whom none may turn aside to him the powerful with mighty prayer we seek. The cheerful priest, the pure, in whom no guile is found, friend of the house, praise a worthy, dear to a mankind. Fair to behold for beauty like a splendid car a Agni the friend of men we ever seek for wealth. Hymn 3. Agni. 1 To him who shines afar, Vaisvanara, shall bards give precious things that he may go on certain paths. For Agni the immortal serves the deities, and therefore never breaks their everlasting laws. He, wondrous envoy, goes between the earth and heaven, firm-seated as the herald, great high priest of men. He compasseth with rays the lofty dwelling a place, Agni, sent forward by the gods, enriched with pyre. Sages shall glorify Agni with earnest thoughts, ensign of sacrifice, who fills the synod full. in whom the singers have stored up their holy acts. To him the worshipper looks for joy and happiness. The sire of sacrifice, great god of holy bards, Agni, the measure and the symbol of the priests, hath entered heaven and earth that show in varied form, the sage whom many love rejoiceth in his might. Bright Agni with the bright car, lord of green domains, Vaisvanara dweller in the floods, who finds the light pervading, swift and wild, encompassed round with powers, him very glorious have the gods established. Here Agni, together with the gods and Manu's folk by thought extending sacrifice in varied form, goes, car born, to and fro with those who crown each rite, the fleet, the household friend, who turns curse aside. Sing, Agni, for long life to us and noble sons, teem thou with plenty, shine upon us store of food. Increase the great man's strength, thou ever vigilant, thou, longing for the gods, knowest their hymns full well. The mighty one, lord of the people and their guest, the leader of their thoughts, devoted friend of prize. T.S. Our solemn rites announcer, Jatavidas, men with worship ever praise, with urgings for their will. Agni the god resplendent, giver of great joy, hath on his lovely car compassed the lands with might. Let us with pure laudations in his house approach the high laws of the nourisher of multitudes. I celebrate thy glories, O Vaisvanara, wherewith thou, O far-sighted God, has found a light. Thou filledst at thy birth both worlds, the earth, and heaven, all this, O Agni, hast thou compassed of thyself. Lf. By his great skill the sage alone hath brought to pass a great deed, mightier than Vaisvanara's wondro. Acts. Agni sprang into being, magnifying both his parents, heaven and earth, rich in prolific seed. Hymn for operas. 1. Be friendly with each kindled log of fuel, with every flash bestow the boon of riches. Bring thou the gods, O God, unto our worship, serve, well inclined, as friend thy friends, O Agni. Agni whom daily Varuna and Mitra the gods bring thrice a day to this our worship. Tanunapad, enrich with meath our service that dwells with holy oil, that offers honor. The thought that bringeth every boon proceedeth to worship first the priest of the libation. That we may greet the strong one with our homage. Urged, may he bring the gods, best sacrificer. On high your way to sacrifice was made ready, the radiant flames went upward to the regions. Full in the midst of heaven the priest is seated, sire we the sacred grass where gods may rest them. Claiming in mind the 7 priests' burnt oblations, inciting all, they came in settled order. To this our sacrifice approach the many who show in hero beauty at assemblies. Night and dawn, lauded, hither come together, both smiling, different are their forms in color. That Varuna and Mitra may accept us, and Indra, girt by Maruds, with his glories. 2. 7 I crave the grace of heaven's 2 chief invokers, the 7 swift steeds joy in their wonted man. N. These speak of truth, praising the truth eternal, thinking on order as the guards of order. May Bharati with all her sisters, Ila accordant with the gods, with mortals Agni. Sarasvati with all her kindred rivers, come to this grass, 3 goddesses, and seat them. Well pleased with us do thou O God, O Vastar, give ready issue to our procreant vigor. Whence springs the hero, powerful, skilled in action, lover of gods, adjuster of the precious stones. Send to the gods the oblation, lord of forests, and let the immolator, Agni, dress it. He as the truer priest shall offer worship, for the gods' generations well he know it. Come thou to us, O Agni, duly kindled, together with the potent gods and Indra. On this our grass sit Aditi, happy mother, and let our hail delight the gods immortal. Hymn 5. Agni. 1 Agni who shines against the dawns is wakened. The holy singer who precedes the sages. With far spread luster, kindled by the pious, the priest hath thrown both gates of darkness open. Agni hath waxen mighty by laudations, to be adored with hymns of those who praise him. Loving the varied shows of holy order, at the first flush of dawn he shines as envoy. Amid men's homes hath Agni been established, fulfilling with the law, friend, germ of waters. Loved and adored, the height he hath ascended, the singer, object of our invocations. Agni is Mitra when enkindled duly, Mitra as priest, Varuna, Jatavidas. Mitra as active minister, and house a friend, Mitra of flowing rivers and of mountains. The earth the bird dear lofty place he guardeth in his might the course of Surya. Guardeth the 7 headed in the center, guardeth sublime the deity's enjoyment. The skillful God who knows all forms of knowledge made for himself a fair form, meet for worship. This Agni guards with care that never ceases the Sonya's skin, the bird's place rich in fatness. Agni hath entered longingly the longing shrine rich with fatness, giving easy access. Resplendent, pure, sublime, and purifying, again he renovates his mothers. Born suddenly, by plants he grew to greatness, when tender shoots with holy oil increased him. Like waters lovely when they hasten downward, may Agni in his parents' lap protect us. Extolled, the strong shone forth with kindled fuel to the earth's center, to the height of heaven. May Agni, friend, adorable Matarisvan, as envoy bring the gods unto our worship. Best of all luminaries lofty Agni supported with his flame the height of heaven. When, far from Baitirgas, Matarisvan kindled the oblation a bearer where he lay in secret. As holy food, Agni to thine invoker give wealth in cattle, lasting, rich in marvels. To us be born a son and spreading offspring. Agni, be this thy gracious will to us a word. Hymn 6. Agni. 1. Urged on by deep devotion, O yes singers, bring, pious ones, the god approaching ladle. Borne onward to the right it travels eastward, and, filled with oil, to Agni bears oblation. Thou at thy birth didst fill both earth and heaven, yea, most adorable, thou didst exceed them. Even through the heavens and through the earth's expanses let thy swift 7-tongued flames roll on, O Agni. Both heaven and earth and gods who should be worshipped establish thee as priest for every dwelling. Whenever human families, God devoted, bringing oblations, laud thy splendid luster. Firm in the God's home is the mighty seated, between vast heaven and earth the well beloved Those cows who yield, unharmed, their nectar, spouses of the far strider, ever young, united. Great are the deeds of thee, the great, O Agni, thou by thy power hast spread out earth and heaven. As soon as thou wast born thou wast an envoy, thou, mighty one, was leader of the people. Bind to the pole with cords of holy order the long-maned ruddy steeds who sprinkle fatness. Bring hither, O thou God, all gods together, provide them noble worship, Jatavidas. Even from the sky thy brilliant lights shone hither, still hast thou beamed through many a radiant morning. Ng. That the gods praised their joyous herald's labor eagerly burning, Agni, in the forests. The gods who take delight in air's wide region, or those the dwellers in heaven's realm of brightness. Or those, the holy, prompt to hear, our helpers, who, car-borne, turn their horses hither, Agni Aa. With these, borne on one ear, Agni, approach us, or borne on many, for thy steeds are able. Bring, with their dames, the gods, the 330, after thy godlike nature, and be joyful. He is the priest at whose repeated worship even wide heaven and earth sing out for increase. They fair and true and holy coming forward stand at his sacrifice who springs from order. As holy food, Agni, to thine invoker give wealth in cattle, lasting, rich in marvels. To us be born a son and spreading offspring. Agni, be this thy gracious will to usward. Hymn 7. 1. The 7 tones risen from the white-backed viand have made their way between the pair of mothers. Both circumjacent parents come together to yield us length of days they hasten forward. The male who dwells in heaven hath mares and milch kine, he came to goddesses who bring sweet treasure. To thee safe resting in the seat of order the cow alone upon her way proceedeth. Wise master, wealthy finder out of riches, he mounted those who may with case be guided. He, dark backed, manifold with varied aspect, hath made them burst forth from their food the brush woo. D. Strength giving streams bear hither him eternal, fain to support the mighty work of T. Vastar. He, flashing in his home with all his members, hath entered both the worlds as they were single. They know the Red Bull's blessing, and are joyful under the flaming colored Lord's dominion. They who give shine from heaven with fair effulgence, whose lofty song like Ilo must be honored. Yet, by tradition from the ancient sages they brought great strength from the two mighty parents. To where the singer's bull, the night's dispeller, after his proper law hath waxen stronger. 7 holy singers guard with 5 at various the bird's beloved firmly settled station. The willing bulls, untouched by old, rejoice them, as gods themselves the ways of gods they follow. I crave the grace of heaven's 2 chief invokers, the 7 swift steeds joy in their wonted manner. These speak of truth, praising the truth eternal, thinking on order as the guards of order. The many seek the great steed as a stallion, the reins obey the Lord of varied color. O heavenly priest, most pleasant, full of wisdom, bring the great gods to us, and earth and heaven. Rich Lord, the mornings have gleamed forth in splendor, fair arrayed, fair speaking, worshipped with all viands. Yet, with the glory of the earth, O Agni. Forgive us, for our will, and sin corn mipped. As holy food, Agni, to thine invoker, give wealth in cattle, lasting, rich in marvels. To us be born a son, and spreading offspring Agni, be this thy gracious will to useward. Him 8 sacrificial post. 1 God serving men, O sovereign of the forest, with heavenly meat at sacrifice anoint thee. Grant wealth to us when thou art standing upright as when reposing on this mother's bosom. Set up to eastward of the fire enkindled, accepting prayer that wastes not, rich in hero. Driving far from us poverty and famine, lift thyself up to bring us great good fortune. Lord of the forest, raise thyself up on the loftiest spot of earth. Give splendor, fixed and measured well, to him who brings the sacrifice. Well robed, enveloped he is come, the youthful, springing to life his glory waxed greater. Contemplative in mind and God adoring, sages of high intelligence upraise him. Sprung up he rises in the day's fair weather, increasing in the men frequented synod. With song the wise and skillful consecrate him, his voice the God adoring singer utters. 6. Yet whom religious men have firmly planted, thou forest sovereign whom the axe hath fashioned let those the stakes divine which here are standing be fain to grant us wealth with store of children. O men who lift the ladles up, these hewn and planted in the ground, bringing a blessing to the field, shall bear our precious gift to gods. Adityas, Rudras, Vasus, careful leaders, earth, heaven, and Parthivi and air's mid-a region. Accordant deities shall bless our worship and make our sacrifice's ensign lofty. Like swans that flee in lengthened line, the pillars have come to us arrayed in brilliant coiur. They, lifted up on high, by sages, eastward, go forth as gods to the god's dwelling places. Those stakes upon the earth with rings that deck them seem to the eye like horns of horned creatures. Or, as upraised by priests in invocation, let them assist us in the rush to battle. Lord of the wood, rise with 100 branches. With 1,000 branches may we rise to greatness. True whom this hatched, with an edge well whetted for great felicity, hath brought before us. Hymn 9. 1 We as thy friends have chosen thee, mortals a God, to be our help, the water's child, the blessed, the splendent one, victorious and beyond compare. Since thou delighting in the woods hast gone unto thy mother's streams. Not to be scorned, Agni, is that return of thine when from afar thou now art here. O pungent smoke host thou prevailed, and thus art thou benevolent. Some go before, and others round about thee sit, they in whose friendship thou hast place. Him who had passed beyond his foes, beyond continual pursuits, him the unerring ones, observant, fu. Andi. In floods, couched like a lion in his lair. Him wandering at his own free will, Agni here hidden from our view. Him Madarisvan brought to us from far away produced by friction, from the gods. O bearer of oblations, thus mortals received thee from the gods. Whilst thou, the friend of man, guardest each sacrifice with thine own power, most youthful one. Amid thy wonders this is good, yea, to the simple is it clear. When gathered round about thee, Agni, lie the herds where thou art kindled in the morn. Offer to him who knows fair rites, who burns with purifying glow. Swift envoy, active, ancient, and adorable, serve ye the god attentively. 3 times 100 gods and thrice 1,000, and 3 times 10 and 9 have worshipped Agni. For him spread sacred grass, with oil bedewed him, and stablished him as priest and sacrificer. Hymn 10. Agni. 1 The Agni, God, imperial lord of all mankind, do mortal men with understanding kindle at the sacrifice. Ce. They laud thee in their solemn rites, Agni, as minister and priest. Shine forth in thine own home as guardian of the law. He, verily, who honors thee with fuel, knower of all life. He, Agni, wins heroic might, he prospers well. Ensign of sacrifices, he, Agni, with gods is come to us. Decked by the 7 priests, to him who bringeth gifts. To Agni, the invoking priest, offer your best, your lofty speech. To him ordainer alike who brings the light of songs. Let these our hymns make Agni grow, whence, meet for laud, he springs to life. To mighty strength and great possession, fair to see. Best sacrificer, bring the gods, O Agni, to the pious man. A joyful priest, thy splendor drive our foes afar. As such, O purifier, shine on us heroic glorious might. Be nearest friend to those who laud thee, for their will. So, wakeful, versed in sacred hymns, the holy singers kindly thee. Oblation a bearer, deathless, cherisher of strength. Hymn XL. Agni. 1 Agni is priest, the great high priest of sacrifice, most swift in act. He knows the right in constant course. Oblation a bearer, deathless, well inclined, an eager messenger. Agni comes nigh us with the thought. Ensign of sacrifice from of old, Agni well know it with his thought. To prosper this man's aim and hope. Agni, illustrious from old time, the son of strength who knows all life. The gods have made to their priest. Infallible is Agni, he who goes before the tribes of men. A chariot swift and ever new. Strength of the gods which none may harm, subduing all his enemies. Agni is mightiest in fame. By offering sacred food to him the mortal worshipper obtains a home from him whose light makes pure. From Agni, by our hymns, may we gain all things that bring happiness. Singers of him who knows all life. O Agni, in our deeds of might may we obtain all precious things. Tle gods are centered all in thee. Hymn 12. Indra a Agni. 1 Moved, Indra a Agni, by our hymn, come to the juice, the precious dew, drive. Inkya thereof, impelled be. Why song? O Indra a Agni, with the man who lauds you comes the wakening right. So drink ye both this juice assured. Through force of sacrifice I choose Indra a Agni who love the wise. With Sorna let these sate them here. Indra and Agni I invoke, joint a victors, bounteous, unsubdued. Foe a slayers, best to win the spoil. Indra and Agni, singers skilled in melody hymn you, bringing lauds. I choose you for the sacred food. Indra and Agni, ye cast down the 90 forts which Dasis held. Together, with one mighty deed. To Indra a Agni Ivrant thoughts go forward from the holy task. Along the path of sacred law. O Indra a Agni, powers are yours, and dwellings and delightful food. Good is your readiness to act. Indra and Agni, in your deeds of might ye deck heaven's lucid realms. Famed is that hero strength of yours. Hymn 13. Agni. 1 To Agni, to this god of yours I sing aloud with utmost power. May he come to us with the gods, and T. Best offerer, on the grass. The holy, whose are earth and heaven, and succor waits upon his strength. Him men who bring oblations laud, and they who wish to gain, for grace. He is the sage who guides these men, leader of sacred rites is he. Him your own Agni, serve ye well, who winneth and bestoweth wealth. So may the gracious Agni grant most goodly shelter for our use. Whence in the heavens or in the floods he shall pour wealth upon our lands. The singers kindle him, the priest, Agni the lord of tribes of men. Resplendent and without a peer through his own excellent designs. Help us, thou Brahman, best of all invokers of the gods in song. Beam, friend of Maruts, bliss on us, O Agni, a most liberal god. Yea, grant us treasure thousandfold with children and with nourishment. And, Agni, splendid hero strength, exalted, wasting not away. Hymn 14. Agni. The pleasant priest is come into the synod, true, skilled in sacrifice, most wise, ordainer. Agni, the son of strength, whose car is lightning, whose hair is flame, hath shown on earth his luster. To thee I offer reverent speech, accepted, to thee who markest it, victorious, faithful. Bring, thou who knowest, those who know, and seat thee amid the sacred grass, for help, O holy. The two who show their vigor, night and morning, by the wind's paths shall haste to thee O Agni. When men adorn the ancient with oblations, these seek, as on two chariot seats, the dwelling. To thee, strong Agni. Varuna and Mitra and all the Maruts sang a song of triumph. What time unto the people's lands thou camest, spreading them as the Son of Men, with luster. Approaching with raised hands and adoration, we have this day fulfilled for thee thy longing. Worship the gods with most devoted spirit, a priest with no unfriendly thought, O Agni. For, Son of strength, from thee come many succors, and powers abundant that a god possesses. Agni, to us with speech that hath no falsehood grant riches, real, to be told in thousands. Whatever, God, in sacrifice we mortals have wrought is all for thee, strong, wise of purpose. Be thou the friend of each good chariot's master. All this enjoy thou here, immortal Agni. Hymn 15. Agni. 1 Resplendent with thy wide extending luster, dispel the terrors of the fiends who hate us. May lofty Agni be my guide and shelter, the easily invoked, the good protector. Be thou to us, while now the morn is breaking, be thou a guardian when the sun hath mounted. Accept, as men accept a true born infant, my laud, O Agni nobly born in body. Bull, who beholdest men, through many mornings, among the dark ones shine forth red, O Agni. Lead us, good Lord, and bear us over trouble, help us who long, most youthful God, to riches. Shine forth, a bull invincible, O Agni, winning by conquest all the forts and treasures. Thou Jatavidas who art skilled in guiding, the chief high saving sacrifice's leader. Lighting gods hither, Agni, wisest singer, bring thou to us many and flawless shelters. Bring vigor, like a car that gathers booty, bring us, O Agni, beauteous Rarth and heaven. Swell, O thou bull and give those powers an impulse, en earth and heaven who yield their milk in ple. Anty. Shining, O God, with gods in clear effulgence. Let not a mortal's evil will obstruct us. Agni, as holy food to thine invoker, give wealth in cattle, lasting, rich in marvels. To us be born a son and spreading offspring. Agni, be this thy gracious will to us a ward. Hymn 16. Agni. 1. This Agni is the Lord of great felicity and hero strength, Lord of wealth in herds of kine, Lord of the battles with the foe. Wait, Maruts, heroes, upon him the prosperer in whom is bliss a increasing wealth. Who in fights ever conquer evil a hearted men, who overcome the enemy. As such, O Agni, deal us wealth and hero might, O bounteous one. Most lofty, very glorious, rich in progeny, free from disease and full of power. He who made all that lives, who passes all in might, who orders service to the gods. He works among the gods, he works in hero strength, yea, also in the praise of men. Give us not up to indigence, Agni, nor want of hero sons. Nor, son of strength, to lack of cattle, nor to blame. Drive thou our enemies away. Help us to strength, blessed Agni. Rich in progeny, abundant, in our sacrifice. Flood us with riches yet more plenteous, bringing weal, with high renown, most glorious one. Hymn 17. Agni. 1. Duly enkindled after ancient customs, bringing all treasures, he is balmed with unguents a flame a haired, oil a clad, the purifying Agni, skilled in fair rites, to bring the gods for worship. As thou, O Agni, skillful Jatavidas, hast sacrificed as priest of earth, of heaven. So with this offering bring the gods, and prosper this sacrifice today as erst for Manu. 3 are thy times of life, O Jatavidas, and the 3 mornings are thy births, O Agni. With these, well a knowing, grant the gods kind favor, and help in stir aid stress the man who worships. Agni most bright and fair with song we honor, yea, the adorable, O Jatavidas. The envoy, messenger, oblation a bearer, the gods have made center of life eternal. That priest before thee, yet more skilled in worship, stablished of old, health giver by his nature a. After his custom offer, thou who knowest, and lay our sacrifice where gods may taste it. Hymn 18. Agni. 1. Agni, be kind to us when we approach thee, good as a friend to friend, as sire and mother. The races of mankind are great oppressors, burn up malignity that strives against us. Agni, burn up the unfriendly who are near us, burn thou the foeman's curse who pays no worship. Burn, Vasu, thou who markest well, the foolish, let thine eternal nimble beam surround thee. With fuel, Agni, and with oil, desirous, mine offering I present for strength and conquest. With prayer, so far as I have power, adoring this hymn divine to gain 100 treasures. Give with thy glow, thou son of strength, when lauded, great vital power to those who toil to serve thee. Give richly, Agni, to the Visvamitras in rest and stir. Oft have we decked thy body. Give us, O liberal Lord, great glory of riches, for, Agni, such art thou when duly kindled. Thou in the happy singer's home bestowest, amply with arms extended, things of beauty. Hymn 19. Agni. 1. Ao, quick, sage, infallible, all a knowing, I choose to be our priest at this oblation. In our God's service he, best skilled, shall worship, may he obtain us boons for strength and riches. Agni, to thee I lift the oil a fed ladle, bright, with an offering, bearing our oblation. From the right hand, choosing the gods' attendants, he with rich presents hath arranged the worship. Of keenest spirit is the man thou aidest, give us good offspring, thou who givest freely. In power of wealth most rich in men. O Agni, of thee, the good, may we sing forth fair praises. Men as they worship thee the God, O Agni, have set on thee full many a brilliant aspect. So bring most youthful one, the gods assuredly, the heavenly host which thou to a day shalt honor. When gods anoint thee priest at their oblation, and seat thee for thy task as sacrificer. O Agni, be thou here our kind defender, and to ourselves vouchsafe the gift of glory. Hymn 20. Agni. 1 With lauds at break of morn the priest invoked Agni, Dawn, Dadhikras, and both the Asvins. With one consent the gods whose light is splendid, longing to taste our sacrifice, shall hear us. 3 Are thy powers, O Agni, 3 Thy stations, 3 Are thy tongues, yea, many, child of order. 3 Bodies hast thou which the gods delight in, with these protect our hymns with care unceasing. O Agni, many are the names thou bearest, immortal, God, divine, and Jatavidas. And many charms of charmers, all a inspirer, have they laid in thee, Lord of true attendants. Agni, like Bhaga, leads the godly people, he who is true to law and guards the seasons. Ancient, all a knowing, he the Vritra slayer shall bear the singer safe through every trouble. I call on Savitar the god, on morning, Braspati, and Dadhikras, and Agni. On Varuna and Mitra, on the Asvins, Bhaga, the Vasas, Rudras, and Adityas. Hymn 21. Agni. 1 Set this our sacrifice among the immortals, be pleased with these our presents, Jatavidas. O priest, O Agni, sit thee down before us, and first enjoy the drops of oil and fatness. For thee, O purifier, flow the drops of fatness rich in oil. After thy wont vouchsafe to us the choicest boon that gods may feast. Agni, most excellent. For thee the sage are drops that drip with oil. Thou art enkindled as the best of seers. Help thou the sacrifice. To thee, O Agni, mighty and resistless, to thee stream forth the drops of oil and fatness. With great light art thou come, O praised by poets. Accept our offering, O thou sage. Fatness exceeding rich, extracted from the midst this as our gift we offer thee. Excellent God, the drops run down upon thy skin. Deal them to each among the gods. Hymn 22. Agni. This is that Agni whence the longing Indra took the pressed soma deep within his body. Winner of spoils in thousands, like a courser, with praise art thou exalted, Jatavidas. That light of thine in heaven and earth, O Agni, in plants, O Holy One, and in the waters. Wherewith thou hast spread wide the air's mid a region a bright is that splendor, wavy, man a beholding. O Agni, to the sea of heaven thou goest, thou hast called hither gods beheld in spirit. The waters, too, come hither, those up yonder in the sun's realm of light, and those beneath it. Let fires that dwell in mist, combined with those that have their home in floods. Guileless accept our sacrifice, great viands free from all disease. Agni, as holy food to thine invoker give wealth in cattle, lasting, rich in marvels. To us be born a son and spreading offspring. Agni, be this thy gracious will to us a ward. Hymn 23. Agni. 1 Rubbed into life, well stablished in the dwelling, leader of sacrifice, the sage, the youthful. Here in the wasting fuel Jatavidas, eternal, hath assumed immortal being. Both Bharatas, Devasravas, Devavita, have strongly rubbed to life effectual Agni. O Agni, look thou forth with ample riches, be, every day, bearer of food to feed us. Him nobly born of old the fingers 10 produced, him whom his mothers counted dear. Praise Devavita's Agni, thou Devasravas, him who shall be the people's Lord. He set thee in the earth's most lovely station, in Ila's place, in days of fair bright weather. On man, on Apaya, Agni. On the rivers Drasadvati, Sarasvati, shine richly. Agni, as holy food to thine invoker give wealth in cattle, lasting, rich in marvels. To us be born a son and spreading offspring Agni, be this thy gracious will to us a ward. Hymn 24. Agni. 1 Agni, subdue opposing bands, and drive our enemies away. Invincible, slay godless foes, give splendo. Or to the worshipper. Lit with libation, Agni, thou, deathless, who callest gods to feast. Accept our sacrifice with joy. With splendor, Agni, son of strength, thou who art worshipped, wakeful one. Seat thee on this my sacred grass. With all thy fires, with all the gods, Agni, exalt the songs we sing. And living men in holy rites. Grant, Agni, to the worshipper wealth rich in heroes, plenteous store. Make thou us rich with many sons. Hymn 25. Agni. 1. 1 Thou art the sapient son of Dios, O Agni, yes, and the child of earth, who knowest all thing. S. Bring the gods specially, thou sage, for worship. 2. 2 Agni the wise bestows the might of heroes, grants strengthening food, preparing it for nectar. Thou who art rich in food, bring the gods hither. Agni, infallible, lights earth and heaven, immortal goddesses, gracious to all men. A Lord through his strength, splendid through adorations. Come to the sacrifice, Agni, and Indra come to the offerer's house who hath the soma. Come, friendly minded, gods, to drink the soma. In the flood's home art thou enkindled, Agni, Ojatavidas, son of strength, eternal. Exalting with thine help the gathering places. Hymn 26. Agni. 1 Revering in our heart Agni Vaisvanara, the finder of the light, whose promises are true. The liberal, gladsome, Kara-born god we Kusikas invoke him with oblation, seeking wealth with songs. That Agni, bright, Vaisvanara, we invoke for help, and Madarisvan worthy of the song of praise. Braspati for man's observance of the gods, the singer prompt to hear, the swiftly moving guest. Age after age Vaisvanara, neighing like a horse, is kindled with the women by the Kusikas. May Agni, he who wakes among immortal gods, grant us heroic strength and wealth in noble steeds. Let them go forth, the strong, as flames of fire with might. Gathered for victory they have yoked their spotted deer. Pourers of floods, the Maruts, masters of all wealth, they who can ne'er be conquered, make the mountain shake. The Maruts, friends of men, are glorious as the fire, their mighty and resplendent succor we implore. Those storming sons of Rudra clothed in robes of rain, boon givers of good gifts, roar as the lions roar. We, band on band and troop following troop, entreat with fair lauds Agni's splendor and the Maruts' might. With spotted deer for steeds, with wealth that never fails, they, wise ones, come to sacrifice at our gathering. NGS. Agni am I who know, by birth, all creatures. Mine eye is butter, in my mouth is nectar. I am light threefold, measurer of the region exhaustless heat am I, named burnt oblation. Bearing in mind a thought with light accordant, he purified the sun with 3 refinings. By his own nature gained the highest treasure, and looked abroad over the earth and heaven. The spring that fails not with 100 streamlets, Father inspired of prayers that men should utter. The sparkler, joyous in his parents' bow-sorn, him, the truth speaker, sate earth and heaven. Hymn 27. Agni. 1 In ladle dropping oil your food goes in oblation up to heaven, goes to the gods in search of bliss. Agni I laud, the sage inspired, crowner of sacrifice through song. Who listens and gives bounteous gifts. O Agni, if we might obtain control of thee the potent god, then should we overcome our foes. Kindled at sacrifices he is Agni, hallower, meet for praise. With flame for hair, to him we seek. Immortal Agni, shining far, enrobed with oil, well worshipped, bears the gifts of sacrifice away. The priests with ladles lifted up, worshipping here with holy thought, have brought this Agni for our aid. Immortal, sacrificer, God, with wondrous power he leads the way. Urging the great assembly on. Strong, he is set on deeds of strength. In sacrifices led in front. As singer he completes the rite. Excellent, he was made by thought. The germ of beings have I gained. And desire of active strength. Thee have I stablished, excellent, O strengthened by the sage's prayer. The Agni, longing, nobly bright. Agni, the swift and active one, singers, at time of sacrifice, eagerly kindle with their food. Agni, the sun of strength who shines up to the heaven in solemn rites. The wise of heart, I glorify. Meet to be lauded and adored, showing in beauty through the dark. Agni, the strong, is kindled well. Agni is kindled as a bull, like a horse-bearer of the gods. Men with oblations worship him. Thee will we kindle as a bull, we who are bulls ourselves, O bull. The Agni, shining mightily. Hymn 28. Agni. One Agni who knowest all, accept our offering and the cake of meal, at dawn's libation, rich in prayer. Agni, the sacrificial cake hath been prepared and dressed for thee. Accept it, O most youthful God. Agni, enjoy the cake of meal and our oblation 3 days old. Thou, Son of Strength, art stablished at our sacrifice. Here at the midday sacrifice enjoy thou the sacrificial cake, wise, Jatavidas. Agni, the sages in assemblies never minish the portion due to thee the mighty. O Agni, at the third libation take with joy the offered cake of sacrifice, thou, Son of Strength. Through skill in song bear to the gods our sacrifice, watchful and fraught with riches, to immortal God. O waxing Agni, knower, thou, of all, accept our gifts, the cake. And that prepared ere yesterday. Hymn 29. Agni. 1 Here is the gear for friction, here tinder made ready for the spark. Bring thou the matron, we will rub. Agni in ancient fashion forth. 1 And the 2 Fire a sticks Jatavidas lieth, even as the well a set germ in pregnant women. Agni who day by day must be exalted by men who watch and worship with oblations. Lay this with care on that which lies extended, straight hath she borne the steer when made prolific. With his red pillar a radiant is his splendor a in our skilled task is born the son of Ila. In Ila's place we set thee down, upon the central point of earth. That, Agni Jatavidas, thou mayst bear our offerings to the gods. Rub into life, ye men, the sage, the guileless, immortal, very wise and fair to look on. O men, bring forth the most propitious Agni, first ensign of the sacrifice to eastward. When with their arms they rub him straight he shineth forth like a strong courser, red in color, in the wood. Bright, checkless, as it were upon the Advin's path, lie passeth by the stones and burneth up the grass. Agni shines forth when born, observant, mighty, the bountiful, the singer praised by sages. Whom, as adorable and knowing all things, God set at solemn rites as offering bearer. Set thee, O priest, in thine own place, observant, lay down the sacrifice in the home of worship. Thou, dear to gods, shalt serve them with oblation, Agni, give long life to the sacrificer. Raise ye a mighty smoke, my fellow workers. Ye shall attain to wealth without obstruction. This Agni is the battle winning hero by whom the gods have overcome the Dasyas. This is thine ordered place of birth whence sprung to life thou shonest forth. Knowing this, Agni, sit thee down, and prosper thou the songs we sing. As germ celestial he is called Tanunapat, and Narasamsa born diffused in varied shape. Formed in his mother he is Madarisvan, he hath, in his course, become the rapid flight of wind. With strong attrition rubbed to life, laid down with careful hand, a sage. Agni, make sacrifices good, and for the pious bring the gods. Mortals have brought to life the god immortal, the conqueror with mighty jaws, unfailing. The sisters 10, unwed and united, together grasp the babe, the new born infant. Served by the 7 priests, he shone forth from ancient time, when in his mother's bosom, in her lap, he glowed. Giving delight each day he closeth not his eye, since from the Azura's body he was brought to life. Even as the Maruts, onslaughts who attack the foe, those born the first of all knew the full power of prayer. The Cusiccas have made the glorious hymn ascend, and, each one singly in his home, have kindled fire. As we, O priest observant, have elected thee this day, what time the solemn sacrifice began. So surely hast thou worshipped, surely hast thou toiled, come thou unto the Soma, wise and knowing all. Hymn 30. Indra. 1. The friends who offer Soma long to find thee, they pour forth Soma and present their viands. They bear unmoved the cursing of the people, for all our wisdom comes from thee, O Indra. Not far for thee are mid-air's loftiest regions, start hither, Lord of bays, with thy bay horses. Made for the firm and strong are these libations. The pressing stones are set and fire is kindled. Fair cheeks hath Indra, Magaban, the victor, lord of a great host, stormer, strong in action. What once thou didst in might when mortals vexed thee, where now, O bull, are those thy hero exploits? 4. Overthrowing what hath ne'er been shaken, thou goest forth alone destroying Vrtras. For him who followeth thy law the mountains and heaven and earth stand as if firmly stablished. Yea, much invoked. In safety through thy glories alone thou speakest truth as Vrtra's slayer. And these two boundless worlds to thee, O Indra, what time thou graspest them, are but a handful. Forth with thy bay steeds down the steep, O Indra, forth, crushing foemen, go thy bolt of thunder. Slay those who meet thee, those who flee, who follow, make all thy promise true, be all completed. The man to whom thou givest as provider enjoys domestic plenty undivided. Blessed, Indra, is thy favor dropping fatness, thy worship, much invoked. Brings gifts in thousands. Thou, Indra, much invoked, didst crush to pieces Kunaru handless fiend who dwelt with Danu. Thou with might, Indra, smotest dead the scorner, the footless Vrtra as he waxed in vigor. Thou hast established in her seat, O Indra, the level earth, vast, vigorous, unbounded. The bull hath propped the heaven and air's midday region. By thee sent onward let the floods flow hither. He who withheld the kine, in silence I yielded in fear before thy blow, O Indra. He made paths easy to drive forth the cattle. Loud breathing praises help the much invoked one. Indra alone filled full the earth and heaven, the pair who meet together, rich in treasures. Yea, bring thou near us from the air's midday region strength, on thy car, and wholesome food, O hero. Surya transgresses not the ordered limits set daily by the lord of tawny coursers. When to the goal he comes, his journey ended, his steeds he looses, this is Indra's doing. Men gladly in the course of night would look on the broad bright front of the refulgent morning. And all acknowledge, when she comes in glory, the manifold and goodly works of Indra. A mighty splendor rests upon her bosom, bearing ripe milk the cow, unripe, advances. All sweetness is collected in the heifer, sweetness which Indra made for our enjoyment. Barring the way they come. Be firm, O Indra, aid friends to sacrifice and him who singeth. These must be slain by thee, malignant mortals, armed with ill arts, our quiver-bearing foemen. A cry is beard from enemies most near us, against them send thy fiercest flaming weapon. Rend them from under, crush them and subdue them. Slay, Magaban, and make the fiends our booty. Root up the race of Raksasas, O Indra, rend it in front and crush it in the middle. How long hast thou babaved as one who wavers? Cast thy hot dart at him who hates devotion. When borne by strong steeds for our will, O leader, thou seatest thee at many noble viands. May we be winners of abundant riches. May Indra be our wealth with store of children. Bestow on us resplendent wealth. O Indra, let us enjoy thine overflow of bounty. Wide as a sea our longing hath expanded, fulfill it, O thou treasure, a lord of treasures. With kine and horses satisfy this longing, with very splendid bounty skill extend it. Seeking the light, with hymns to thee, O Indra, Cusiccas have brought their gift, the singers. Lord of the kine, Burst the kine stable open, cows shall be ours, and strength that wins the booty. Hero, whose might is true, thy home is heaven, to us, O Magavan, grant gifts of cattle. Call we on Magavan, auspicious Indra, best hero in this fight where spoil is gathered. The strong who listens, who gives aid in battles, who slays the Vrutras, wins and gathers riches. Hymn 31. Indra. One wise, teaching, following the thought of order, the sunless gained a grandson from his daughter. Fain, as a sire, to see his child prolific, he sped to meet her with an eager spirit. The son left not his portion to the brother, he made a home to hold him who should gain it. What time his parents gave the priest his being, of the good pair one acted, one promoted. Agni was born trembling with tongue that flickered, so that the red's great children should be honored. Great is their germ, that born of them is mighty, great the base lord's approach through sacrifices. Conquering bands upon the warrior waited, they recognized great light from out the darkness. The conscious dawns went forth to meet his coming, and the sole master of the kine was Indra. The sages freed them from their firm-built prison, the 7 priests drove them forward with their spirit. All holy order's pathway they discovered he, full of knowledge, shared these deeds through worship. When Sarama had found the mountain's fissure, that vast and ancient place she plundered thoroughly. In the flood's van she led them forth, light-footed, she who well knew came first unto their lowing. Longing for friendship came the noblest singer, the hill poured forth its treasure for the pious. The hero with young followers fought and conquered, and straightway Angaras was singing praises. Peer of each noble thing, yea, all excelling, all creatures doth he know, he slayeth Cisna. Our leader, fain for war, singing from heaven, as friend he saved his lovers from dishonor. They sate them down with spirit fain for booty, making with hymns a way to life eternal. And this is still their place of frequent session, whereby they sought to gain the months through order. Drawing the milk of ancient seed prolific, they joyed as they beheld their own possession. Their shout of triumph heated earth and heaven. When the kine showed, they bade the heroes rouse them. Indra drove forth the kine, that Vritra slayer, while hymns of praise rose up and gifts were offered. For him the cow, noble and far extending, poured pleasant juices, bringing oil and sweetness. They made a mansion for their father, deftly provided him a great and glorious dwelling. With firm support parted and stayed the parents, and, sitting, fixed him there erected, mighty. What time the ample chalice had impelled him, swift waxing, vast, to pierce the earth and heaven him in whom blameless songs are all united, all powers invincible belong to Indra. I crave thy powers, I crave thy mighty friendship, full many a team goes to the Vritra slayer. Great is the laud, we seek the prince's favor. Be thou, O Magavan, our guard and keeper. He, having found great, splendid, rich dominion, sent life and motion to his friends and lovers. Indra who shone together with the heroes begot the song, the fire, and sun and morning. Vast, the house a friend, he set the waters flowing, all a lucid, widely spread, that moved together. By the wise cleansings of the meath made holy, through days and nights they speed the swift streams. Onward. To thee proceed the dark, the treasure holders, both of them sanctified by Surya's bounty. The while thy obly storming friends, O Indra, fail to attain the measure of thy greatness. Be lord of joyous songs, O Vritra slayer, bull dear to all, who gives the power of living. Come unto us with thine auspicious friendship, hastening, mighty one, with mighty succors. Like Angaras I honor him with worship, and renovate old song for him the ancient. Chase thou the many godless evil creatures, and give us, Magavan, heaven's light to help them. Far forth are spread the purifying waters, convey thou us across them unto safety. Save us, our charioteer, from harm, O Indra, soon, very soon, make us win spoil of cattle. His kind their lord hath shown, and Vritra slayer, through the black hosts he passed with red attendant. T.S. Teaching us pleasant things by holy order, to us hath he thrown open all his portals. Call we on Magavan, auspicious Indra, best hero in this fight where spoil is gathered. The strong who listens, who gives aid in battles, who slays the Vrtras, wins and gathers riches. Hymn 32. Indra. 1. Drink thou this Soma, Indra, Lord of Soma, drink thou the draught of noonday which thou ayavest. Puffing thy cheeks, impetuous, liberal giver, here loose thy 2 bay horses and rejoice thee. Quaff it pure, meal a blend, mixed with milk, O Indra, we have poured forth the Soma for thy rapture. Knit with the prayer a fulfilling band of Maruts, yea, with the Rudras, drink till thou art sated. Those who gave increase to thy strength and vigor, the Maruts singing forth thy might, O Indra. Drink thou, O fair of cheek, whose hand wields thunder, with Rudras banded, at our noon libation. They, even the Maruts who were there, excited with song the meet they created strength of Indra. By them impelled to act he reached the vitals of Vrtra, though he deemed that none might wound him. Pleased, like a man, with our libation, Indra, drink, for enduring hero might, the Soma. Lord of bays, moved by sacrifice come hither, thou with the swift one stirrest floods and waters. When thou didst loose the streams to run like racers in the swift contest, having smitten Vrtra with flying weapon where he lay, O Indra, and, godless, kept the goddesses encompassed. With reverence let us worship mighty Indra, great and sublime, eternal, ever youthful. Whose greatness the dear world Ahabs have not measured, no, nor conceived the might of him the holy. Many are Indra's nobly wrought achievements, and none of all the gods transgress his statutes. He beareth up this earth and heaven, and, doer of marvels, he begot the sun and morning. Herein, O guileless one, is thy true greatness, that soon as born thou drankest up the Soma. Days may not check the power of thee the mighty, nor the nights, Indra, nor the months, nor autumns. As soon as thou wast born in highest heaven thou drankest Soma to delight thee, Indra. And when thou hadst pervaded earth and heaven thou wast the first supporter of the singer. Thou, puissant God, more mighty, slewest Ahi showing his strength when couched around the waters. The heaven itself attained not to thy greatness when with one hip of thine the earth was shadowed. Sacrifice, Indra, made thee wax so mighty, the dear oblation with the flowing Soma. O worshipful, with worship help our worship, for worship helped thy bold when slaying Ahi. With sacrifice and wish have I brought Indra, still for new blessings may I turn him hither. Him magnified by ancient songs and praises, by lauds of later time and days yet recent. I have brought forth a song when longing seized me, ere the decisive day will I laud Indra. Then may lie safely bear us over trouble, as in a ship, when both sides invocate him. Full is his chalice, glory. Like a pourer I have filled up the vessel for his drinking. Presented on the right, dear Soma juices have brought us Indra, to rejoice him, hither. Not the deep a flowing flood, O much a invoked one. Not hills that compass thee about restrain thee. Since here incited, for thy friends, O Indra, thou breakest and the firm built stall of cattle. Call we on Magavan, auspicious Indra, best hero in this fight where spoil is gathered. The strong who listens, who gives aid in battles, who slays the Vrtras, wins and gathers riches. Hymn 33. Indra. 1 Forth from the bosom of the mountains, eager as 2 swift mares with loosened rein contending. Like 2 bright mother cows who lick their youngling, Vipas and Sutudra speed down their waters. Impelled by Indra whom ye pray to urge you, ye move as 'twere on chariots to the ocean. Flowing together, swelling with your billows, O lucid streams, each of you seeks the other. I have attained the most maternal river, we have approached Vipas, the broad, the blessed. Licking as 'twere their calf the pair of mothers flow onward to their common home together. We two who rise and swell with billowy waters move forward to the home which gods have made us. Our flood may not be stayed when urged to motion. What would the singer, calling to the rivers? Linger a little at my friendly bidding, rest, holy ones, a moment in your journey. With him sublime soliciting your favor, Kusika's son hath called unto the river. Indra who wields the thunder dug our channels, he smote down Vritra, him who stayed our currents. Savitar, God, the lovely A-handed, led us, and at his sending forth we flow expanded. That hero deed of Indra must be lauded forever, that he rent Ahi in pieces. He smote away the obstructors with his thunder, and eager for their course forth flowed the waters. Never forget this word of thine, O singer, which future generations shall re-echo. In hymns, O bard, show us thy loving kindness. Humble us not mid men. To thee be honor. List quickly, sisters, to the bard who cometh to you from far away with car and wagon. Bow lowly down, be easy to be traversed, stay, rivers, with your floods below our axles. Yeah, we will listen to thy words, O singer. With wain and car from far away thou comest. Lo, like a nursing mother, will I bend me, and yield me as a maiden to her lover. Soon as the Bharatas have fared across thee, the warrior band, urged on and sped by Indra. Then let your streams flow on in rapid motion. I crave your favor who deserve our worship. The warrior host, the Bharatas, fared over the singer, won the favor of the rivers. Swell with your billows, hasting, pouring riches. Fill full your channels, and roll swiftly onward. So let your wave bear up the pins, and yet, O waters, spare the thongs. And never may the pair of bulls, harmless and sinless, waste away. Hymn 34. Indra. One forte render, Lord of wealth, dispelling foemen, Indra with lightnings hath o'ercome the Dasa. Impelled by prayer and waxen great in body, he hath filled earth and heaven, the bounteous giver. I stimulate thy zeal, the strong, the hero decking my song of praise forth, immortal. O Indra, thou art equally the leader of heavenly hosts and human generations. Leading, his band Indra encompassed Vritra, weak grew the wily leader of enchanters. He who burns fierce in forests slaughtered Vyamsa, and made the milch a kine of the nights apparent. Indra, light a winner, day's creator, conquered, victorious, hostile bands with those who loved him. For man the day's bright ensign he illumined, and found a light for his joy and gladness. Forward to fiercely falling blows pressed Indra, hero-like doing many hero exploits. These holy songs he taught the bard who guised him, and widely spread these dawn's resplendent color. They laud the mighty acts of him the mighty, the many glorious deeds performed by Indra. He in his strength, with all a surpassing prowess, through wondrous arts crushed the malignant Dasyus. Lord of the brave, Indra who rules the people gave freedom to the gods by might and battle. Wise singers glorify with chanted praises these his achievements in Vivasvan's dwelling. Excellent, conqueror, the victory a giver, the winner of the light and godlike waters. He who hath won this broad earth and this heaven, in Indra they rejoice who love devotions. He gained possession of the sun and horses, Indra obtained the cow who feedeth many. Treasure of gold he won, he smote the Dasyus, and gave protection to the Aryan color. He took the plants and days for his possession, he gained the forest trees and air's mid-a region. Vala he cleft, and chased away opponents, thus was he tamer of the overweening. Call we on Magavan, auspicious Indra, best hero in the fight where spoil is gathered. The strong, who listens, who gives aid in battles, who slays the Vritras, wins and gathers treasures. Hymn 35 Indra. One mount the bay horses to thy chariot harnessed, and come to us like Vayu with his coursers. Thou, hastening to us, shalt drink the Soma. Hail, Indra! We have poured it for thy rapture. For him, the god who is invoked by many, the two swift bay steeds to the pole I harness. That they in fleet course may bring Indra hither, and to the sacrifice arranged completely. Bring the strong steeds who drink the warm libation, and, bull of godlike nature, be thou gracious. Let thy steeds eat, set free thy tawny horses, and roasted grain like this consume thou daily. Those who are yoked by prayer I harness, fleet friendly bays who take their joy together. Mounting thy firm and easy car, O Indra, wise and all-knowing, come thou to the Soma. No other worshippers must stay beside them thy bays, thy vigorous and smooth-backed coursers. Pass by them all and hasten onward hither, with Soma pressed we will prepare to feast thee. Thine is this Sorna, hasten to approach it. Drink thou thereof, benevolent, and cease not. Sit on the sacred grass at this our worship, and take these drops into thy belly, Indra. The grass is strewn for thee, pressed is the Soma, the grain is ready for thy bays to feed on. To thee who lovest them, the very mighty, strong, girt by Maruds, are these gifts presented. This the sweet draught, with cows, the men, the mountains, the waters, Indra, have for thee made ready. Come, drink thereof, sublime one, friendly minded, foreseeing, knowing well the ways thou goest. The Maruds, they with whom thou sharedst Soma, Indra, who made thee strong and were thine army. With these accordant, eagerly desirous drink thou this Soma with the tongue of Agni. Drink, Indra, of the juice by thine own nature, or by the tongue of Agni, O thou holy. Accept the sacrificial gift, O Sakra, from the Advaryu's hand or from the Hotar's. Call we on Magavan, auspicious Indra, best hero in the fight where spoil is gathered. The strong, who listens, who gives aid in battles, who slays the Vrtras, wins and gathers riches. Hymn 36. Indra. One with constant succors, feign thyself to share it, make this oblation which we bring effective. Groan. Great through strengthening gifts at each libation, he hath become renowned by mighty exploits. 2 For I. Indra were the Somas erst discovered, whereby he grew strong jointed, vast, and skillful. Indra, take chew. Ickly these presented juices, drink of the strong, that which the strong have shaken. 3 Drink and wax gre. At thine are the juices, Indra, both Somas of old time and these we bring thee. Even as thou drankest, I. Indra, earlier Somas, so drink to a day, a new guest, meet for praises. 4 Great and impetuous, mighty Avoy. Said in battle, surpassing power is his, and strength resistless. Him the broad earth hath never comprehend. Ded when Somas cheered the lord of tawny coursers. Mighty and strong he waxed for hero exploit, the bull was furnished a sage's wisdom. Indra is our kind lord, his steers have vigor, his cows are many with abundant offspring. As floods according to their stream flow onward, so to the sea, as borne on cars, the waters. Vaster is Indra even than his dwelling, what time the stock milked out, the Soma, fills him. Eager to mingle with the sea, the rivers carry the well-pressed Soma juice to Indra. They drain the stock out with their arms, quick banded, and cleanse it with a stream of mead and filters. Like lakes appear his flanks filled full with Soma, he contains libations in abundance. When Indra had consumed the first sweet viands, he, after slaying Vrtra, claimed the Soma. Then bring thou hither, and let none prevent it, we know thee well, the Lord of wealth and treasure. That splendid gift which is thine own, O Indra, vouchsafe to us, Lord of the tawny coursers. O Indra, Magavan, impetuous mover, grant us abundant wealth that brings all blessings. Give us 100 autumns for our lifetime, give us, O fair checked Indra, store of heroes. Call we on Indra, Magavan, auspicious, best hero in the fight where spoil is gathered. The strong, who listens, who gives aid in battles, who slays the Vrtras, wins and gathers riches. Hymn 37. Indra. 1 O Indra, for the strength that slays Vrtra and conquers in the fight. We turn thee hitherward to us. O Indra, Lord of 100 powers, may those who praise thee hitherward direct thy spirit and thine eye. O Indra, Lord of 100 powers, with all our songs we invocate thy names for triumph over foes. We strive for glory through the powers immense of him whom many praise, of Indra who supports mankind. For Virdra's slaughter I address Indra whom many invocate, to win us booty in the wars, in battles be victorious. We seek thee, Lord of 100 powers, Indra, that Vrdra may be slain in splendid combats of the hosts, in glories where the fight is won. Indra, be victor over foes. Drink thou the Soma for our help, bright, vigilant, exceeding strong. O Indra, Lord of 100 powers. O Satakratu, powers which thou mid the 5 races hast displayed these, Indra, do I claim of thee. Indra, great glory hast thou gained. Win splendid fame which none may mar. We make thy might perpetual. Come to us either from anear, or, Sakra, come from far away. Indra, wherever be thy home, come to us thence, O thunder armed. Hymn 38. Indra. One hasting like some strong courser good at drawing, a thought have I imagined like a workman. Pondering what is dearest and most noble, I long to see the sages full of wisdom. Ask of the sages mighty generations firm-minded and devout they framed the heaven. These are thy heart sought strengthening directions, and they have come to be sky's upholders. Assuming in this world mysterious natures, they deck the heaven and earth for high dominion. Measured with measures, fixed their broad expanses, set the great worlds apart held firm for safety. Even as he mounted up they all adorned him, self-luminous he travels clothed in splendor. That is the bull-s, the Azura-s mighty figure, he, omniform, hath reached the eternal waters. First the more ancient bull engendered offspring, these are his many drafts that lent him vigor. From days of old ye kings, 2 sons of heaven, by hymns of sacrifice have won dominion. 3 seats ye sovereigns, in the holy synod, many, ye, all, ye honor with your presence. There saw I, going thither in the spirit, Gandharvas in their course with wind-blown tresses. That same companionship of her, the milch cow, here with the strong bull-s divers forms they stablish. D. In doing still some new celestial figure, the skillful workers shaped a form around him. Let no one here debar me from enjoying the golden light which Savitar diffuses. He covers both all fostering worlds with praises even as a woman cherishes her children. Fulfill, ye twain, his work, the great, the ancient, as heavenly blessing keep your guard around us. All the wise gods behold his varied actions who stands erect, whose voice is like a herdsman's. Call we on Indra, Magavan, auspicious, best hero in the fight where spoil is gathered. The strong, who listens, who gives aid in battles, who slays the Vrdras, wins and gathers riches. Hymn 39. Indra. 1 To Indra from the heart the hymn proceedeth, to him the Lord, recited, built with praises. The wakening song sung forth in holy synod, that which is born for thee, O Indra, notice. Born from the heaven in the days aforetime, wakening, sting aloud in holy synod. Auspicious, clad in white and shining raiment, this is the ancient hymn of our forefathers. The mother of the twins hath borne twin children, my tongue's tip raised itself and rested silent. Killing the darkness at the light's foundation, the couple newly born attain their beauty. Not one is found among them, none of mortals, to blame our sires who fought to win the cattle. Their strengthener was Indra the majestic, he spread their stalls of kine the wonder worker. Whereas a friend with friendly men, Navajvas, with heroes, on his knees he sought the cattle. There, verily with 10 Dasagvas Indra found the sun lying hidden in the darkness. Indra found meat collected in the milch cow, by foot and hoof, in the cow's place of pasture. That which lay secret, hidden in the waters, he held in his right hand, the rich rewarder. He took the light, discerning it from darkness, may we be far removed from all misfortune. These songs, O Soma a drinker, cheered by Soma, Indra, accept from thy most zealous poet. Let there be light through both the worlds for worship, may we be far from most overwhelming evil. Great woe comes even from the hostile mortal, piled up, but good at rescue are the basis. Call we on Magavan, auspicious Indra, best hero in the fight where spoil is gathered. The strong, who listens, who gives aid in battles, who slays the Vrtras, wins and gathers riches. Hymn 40. Indra. 1. Thee, Indra, we invoke, the bull, what time the Soma is expressed. So drink thou of the savory juice. Indra, whom many laud, accept the strength a conferring Soma juice. Quaff, pour down drink that satisfies. Indra, with all the gods promote our wealth a bestowing sacrifice. Thou highly a lauded lord of men. Lord of the brave, to thee proceed these drops of Soma juice expressed. The bright drops to thy dwelling a place. Within thy belly, Indra, take juice, Soma the most excellent, thine are the drops celestial. Drink our libation, Lord of hymns, with streams of meat thou art bedewed. Our glory, Indra, is thy gift. To Indra go the treasures of the worshipper, which never fail. He drinks the Soma and is strong. From far away, from near at hand, O Vrtra slayer, come to us. Accept the songs we sing to thee. When from the space between the near and far thou art invoked by us. Thence, Indra, come thou hitherward. Hymn 41. Indra. 1. Invoke to drink the Soma juice, come with thy base steeds, thunder armed. Come, Indra, hitherward to me. Our priest is seated, true to time, the grass is regularly strewn. The pressing stones were set at morn. These prayers, O thou who hearest prayer are offered, seat thee on the grass. Hero, enjoy the offered cake. O Vrtra slayer, be thou pleased with these libations, with these hymns. Song a loving Indra, with our lauds. Our hymns caress the Lord of strength, vast, drinker of the Soma's juice. Indra, as mother cows their calf. Delight thee with the juice we pour for thine own great munificence. Yield not thy singer to reproach. We, Indra, dearly loving thee, bearing oblation, sing thee hymns. Thou, Vasu, dearly lovest us. O thou to whom thy bays are dear, lose not thy horses far from us. Hear glad thee, Indra, Lord divine. May long maned coursers, dropping oil, bring thee on swift car hitherward. Indra, to seat thee on the grass. Hymn 42. Indra. 1. Come to the juice that we have pressed, to Sorna, Indra, bleed with milk. Come, favoring us, thy bay drawn car. Come, Indra, to this gladdening drink, placed on the grass, pressed out with stones. Wilt thou not drink thy fill thereof? To Indra have my songs of praise gone forth, thus rapidly sent hence. To turn him to the Soma a draught. Hither with songs of praise we call Indra to drink the Soma juice. Will he not come to us by lauds? Indra, these Somas are expressed. Take them within thy belly, Lord. Of 100 powers, thou Prince of wealth. We know thee winner of the spoil, and resolute in battles, sage. Therefore thy blessing we implore. Borne hither by thy stallions, drink, Indra, this juice which we have pressed. Mingled with barley and with milk. Indra, for thee, in thine own place, I urge the Soma for thy draught. Deep in thy heart let it remain. We call on thee, the Ancient One, Indra, to drink the Soma juice. We Cusics who seek thine aid. Hymn 43. Indra. 1. Mounted upon thy chariot a seat approach us, thine is the Sorna a draught from days aforetime. Loose. For the sacred grass thy dear companions. These men who bring oblation call thee hither. Come our true friend, passing by many people, come with thy 2 bay steeds to our devotions. For these our hymns are calling thee, O Indra, hymns formed for praise, soliciting thy friendship. Pleased, with thy base deeds, Indra, God, come quickly to this our sacrifice that heightens worship. For with my thoughts, presenting oil to feed thee, I call thee to the feast of sweet libations. Yet, let thy 2 bay stallions bear thee hither, well-limbed and good to draw, thy dear companions. Pleased with the corn a blent offering which we bring thee, may Indra, friend, hear his friend's adoration. Wilt thou not make me guardian of the people, make me, impetuous Maghavan, their ruler? Make me a rsi having drunk of Soma? Wilt thou not give me wealth that lasts forever? Yoke to thy chariot, led thy tall bays, Indra, companions of thy banquet, bear thee hither. Who from of old pressed to heaven's farthest limits, the bull's impetuous and well-groomed horses. Drink of the strong pressed out by strong ones, Indra, that which the falcon brought thee when thou longedst. In whose wild joy thou stirrest up the people, in whose wild joy thou didst unbar the cow stalls. Call we on Indra, Makhavan, auspicious, best hero in the fight where spoil is gathered. The strong, who listens, who gives aid in battles, who slays the Vrtras, wins and gathers riches. Hymn 44. Indra. 1 May this delightsome Soma be expressed for thee by tawny stones. Joying thereat, O Indra, with thy ba. Steeds come. Ascend thy golden a-colored car. In love thou madest Yosa's glow, in love thou madest Surya shine. Thou, Indra, knowing, thinking, lord of tawny steeds, above all glories waxest great. The heaven with streams of golden hue, earth with her tints of green and gold a. The golden pair yield Indra plenteous nourishment, between them moves the golden one. When born to life the golden bull illumines all the realm of light. He takes his golden weapon, lord of tawny steeds, the golden thunder in his arms. The bright, the well-loved thunderbolt, girt with the bright, Indra disclosed. Disclosed the Soma juice pressed out by tawny stones, with tawny steeds drave forth the kine. Hymn 45. Indra. 1 Come hither, Indra, with bay steeds, joyous, with tails like peacock's plumes. Let no men cheat thy course as fowlers stay the bird, pass o'er them as o'er desert lands. He who slew Vrtra, burst the cloud, break the strongholds and drave the floods. Indra who mounts his chariot at his bay steeds cry, shatters and things that stand most firm. Like pools of water deep and full, like kine thou cherishest thy might. Like the milch cows that go well guarded to the mead, like water brooks that reach the lake. Bring thou us wealth with power to strike, our share, gainst him who calls it his. Shake, Indra, as with hooks, the tree for ripened fruit, for wealth to satisfy our wish. Indra, self a ruling lord art thou, good leader, of most glorious fame. So, waxen in thy strength, O thou whom many praise, be thou most swift to hear our call. Hymn 46. Indra. 1 Of thee, the bull, the warrior, sovereign ruler, joyous and fierce, ancient and ever youthful. The undecaying one who wields the thunder, renowned and great, great are the exploits, Indra. Great art thou, mighty lord, through manly vigor, O fierce one, gathering spoil, subduing others. Thyself alone the universe's sovereign, so send forth men to combat and to wrest them. He hath surpassed all measure in his brightness, yet, and the gods, for none may be his equal. Impetuous Indra in his might set wide vast mid-air and heaven and earth together. To Indra, even as rivers to the ocean, flow forth from days of old the Soma juices. To him wide deep and mighty from his birth time, the well of holy thoughts, la comprehending. The Soma, Indra, which the earth and heaven bear for thee as a mother bears her infant. This they send forth to thee, this, vigorous hero. At various purify for thee to drink of. Hymn 47. Indra. 1 Drink, Indra, Marute gird, as bull, the Soma, for joy, for rapture even as thou listest. Pour down the flood of meat within thy belly, thou from of old art king of Soma juices. Indra, accordant, with the banded Maruts, drink Soma, hero, as wise Vrtra slayer. Slay thou our foemen, drive away assailants and make us safe on every side from danger. And, drinker at due seasons, drink in season, Indra, with friendly gods, are pressed out Soma. The Maruts following, whom thou madest sharers, gave thee the victory, and thou slewest Vrtra. Drink Soma, Indra, banded with the Maruts who, Magavan, strengthened thee at Ahi's slaughter. Gainst Sambara, lord of Bays. In winning cattle, and now rejoice in thee, the holy singers. The bull whose strength hath waxed, whom Maruts follow, free a giving Indra, the celestial ruler. Mighty, all a conquering, the victory a giver, him let us call to grant us new protection. Hymn 48. Indra. One soon as the young bull sprang into existence he longed to taste the pressed out Soma's liquor. Drink thou thy fill, according to thy longing, first, of the goodly mixture blent with Soma. That day when thou wast born thou, fain to taste it, drankest the plant's milk which the mountains nourise. H. That milk thy mother first, the dame who bare thee, poured for thee in thy mighty father's dwelling. Desiring food he came unto his mother, and on her breast beheld the pungent Soma. Wise, he moved on, keeping aloof the others, and wrought great exploits in his varied aspects. Fierce, quickly conquering, of surpassing vigor, he framed his body even as he listed. He and from his birth a time Indra conquered Tvastar, bore off the Soma and in beakers drank it. Call we on Magavan, auspicious Indra, best hero in the fight where spoil is gathered. The strong, who listens, who gives aid in battles, who slays the Vrtras, wins and gathers riches. Hymn 49. Indra. One great Indra will I laud, in whom all people who drink the Soma have attained their longing. Whom, passing wise, gods, heaven and earth, engendered, formed by a master's hand, to crush the Vrtra. S. Whom, most heroic, borne by tawny coursers, verily none subdueth in the battle. Who, reaching far, most vigorous, hath shortened the Dacios' life with warriors bold of spirit. Victor in fight, swift mover like a warhorse, pervading both worlds, rainer down of blessings. To he invoked in warlike Bhaga, Father, as 'twere, of hymns, fair, prompt to hear, strength a giver. Supporting heaven, the high back of the region, his car is Vayu with his team of bases. Illumining the nights, the sun's creator, like Disana he deals forth strength and riches. Call we on Magavan, auspicious Indra, best hero in the fight where spoil is gathered. The strong, who listens, who gives aid in battles, who slays the Vrtras, wins and gathers treasure. Hymn 50. Indra. One let Indra drink, all a hail. For his is Soma the mighty bull come, girt by Maruts, hither. Far reaching, let him fill him with these viands, and let our offering sate his body's longing. Two I yoke thy pair of trusty steeds for swiftness, whose faithful service from of old thou love. Est. Here, fair of cheek. Let thy bay coursers place thee, drink of this lovely well-effused lib. Asian. With milk they made Indra their good preserver, lauding for help and rule the bounteous reigner. Impetuous God, when thou hast drunk the Soma, enraptured send us cattle in abundance. With kine and horses satisfy this longing with very splendid bounty still extended. Seeking the light, with hymns to thee, O Indra, the Kusikas have brought their gift, the singers. Call we on Magavan, auspicious Indra, best hero in the fight where spoil is gathered. The strong, who listens, who gives aid in battles, who slays the Vrtras, wins and gathers riches. Hymn 51. Indra. One high hymns have sounded forth the praise of Magavan, supporter of mankind, of Indra meet for laud. S. Him who hath waxen great, invoked with beauteous songs, immortal one, whose praise each day is sung aloud. To Indra from all sides go forth my songs of praise, the Lord of 100 powers, strong, hero, like the sea. Swift, winner of the booty, breaker a down of forts, faithful and ever a glorious, finder of the light. Where battle's spoil is piled the singer winneth praise, for Indra taketh care of matchless worshippers. He in Vivasvan's dwelling findeth his delight, praise thou the ever a conquering slayer of the foe. The, valorous, most heroic of the heroes, shall the priests glorify with song and praises. Full of all wondrous power he goes to conquest, worship is his, sole Lord from days aforetime. Abundant are the gifts he gives to mortals, for him the earth bears a rich store of treasures. The heavens, the growing plants, the living waters, the forest trees preserve their wealth for Indra. To thee, O Indra, Lord of Bays, forever are offered prayers and songs, accept them gladly. As kinsman think thou of some fresh assistance, good friend, give strength and life to those who praise thee. Here, Indra, drink thou Soma with the Maruds, as thou didst drink the juice beside Suryata. Under thy guidance, in thy keeping, hero, the singers serve, skilled in fair sacrifices. So eagerly desirous drink the Soma, our juice, O Indra, with thy friends the Maruds. Since at thy birth all deities adorned thee for the great fight, O thou invoked of many. He was your comrade in your zeal, O Maruds, they, rich in noble gifts, rejoiced in Indra. With them together let the Vritra slayer drink in his home the worshipper's libation. So, Lord of affluent gifts, this juice hath been pressed for thee with strength. Drink of it, thou who lovest song. Incline thy body to this juice which suits thy godlike nature well. May it cheer thee who lovest it. Brave Indra, let it work through both thy flanks, and through thy head by prayer. And through thine arms, to prosper us. Hymn 52. Indra. 1 Indra, except at break of day our Soma mixed with roasted corn, with groats with cake, with eulogies. Accept, O Indra, and enjoy the well-dressed sacrificial cake, oblations are poured forth to thee. Consume our sacrificial cake, accept the songs of praise we sing. As he who woes accepts his bride. Famed from of old, accept the cake at our libation poured at dawn. For great, O Indra, is thy power. Let roasted corn of our midday libation, and sacrificial cake here please thee, Indra. What time the lauding singer, keen of purpose and eager as a bull, with hymns implores thee. At the third sacrifice, O thou whom many praise, give glory to the roasted corn and holy cake. With offered viands and with songs may we assist thee, sage, whom Vaha and the Rebus wait upon. The groats have we prepared for thee with Pusan, corn for thee, Lord of bay steeds, with thy horses. Eat thou the meal a cake, banded with the Maruds, wise hero, Vritra slayer, drink the Soma. Bring forth the roasted corn to meet him quickly, cake for the bravest hero mid the heroes. Indra, may hymns accordant with thee daily strengthen thee, bold one, for the draught of Ma. Hymn 53. Indra, Parvata, etc. 1 On a high car, O Parvata and Indra, bring pleasant viands, with brave heroes, hither. Enjoy the gifts, gods, at our sacrifices wax strong by hymns, rejoice in our oblation. Stay still, O Magavan, advance no farther. A draught of well-pressed Soma will I give thee. With sweetest song I grasp, O mighty Indra, thy garment's hem as a child grasps his father's. Advariu, sing we both, sing thou in answer, make we a laud acceptable to Indra. Upon this sacrificer's grass he seated, to Indra shall our eulogy be uttered. A wife, O Magavan is home and dwelling, so let thy bay steed's yoke convey thee hither. Whenever we press out for thee the Soma, let Agni as our herald speed to call thee. Depart, O Magavan, again come hither, both there and here thy goat is Indra, brother. Where thy tall chariot hath a place to rest in, and where thou loosest thy loud neighing courser. Thou hast drunk Soma, Indra, turn thee homeward, thy joy is in thy home, thy gracious consort. Where thy tall chariot hath a place to rest in, and thy strong courser is set free with guerdon. Bounteous are these, Angirasas, Virapas, the Asura's heroes and the sons of heaven. They, giving store of wealth to Visvamitra, prolong his life through countless Soma pressings. Magavan weareth every shape at pleasure, affecting magic changes in his body. Holy One, drinker out of season, coming thrice, in a moment, through fit prayers, from heaven. The mighty sage, God born and God incited, who looks on men, restrain the billowy river. When Visvamitra was Suta's escort, then Indra through the Kusikas grew friendly. Like swans, prepare a song of praise with pressing stones, glad in your hymns with juice poured forth. In sacrifice. Yes, singers, with the gods, sages who look on men, Yakudikas drink up the Soma's savory meath. Come forward, Kusikas, and be attentive, let loose Suta's horse to win him riches. East, west, and north, let the king slay the foeman, then at earth's choicest place perform his worship. Praises to Indra have I sung, sustainer of this earth and heaven. This prayer of Visvamitra keeps secure the race of Bharatas. The Visvamitras have sung forth this prayer to Indra thunder aimed. So let him make us prosperous. Among the Kakatas what do thy cattle? They pour no milky draught, they heat no cauldron. Bring thou to us the wealth of Pramaganda, give up to us, O Magavan, the low born. Sasarpari, the gift of Jamadagnis, hath load with mighty voice dispelling famine. The daughter of the sun hath spread our glory among the gods, imperishable, deathless. Sasarpari brought glory speedily to these, over the generations of the fivefold race. Daughter of Paksa, she bestows new vital power, she whom the ancient Jamadagnis gave to me. Strong be the pair of oxen, firm the axles, let not the pole slip nor the yoke be broken. May Indra, keep the yoke pins from decaying, attend us, thou whose fellies are uninjured. O Indra, give our bodies strength, strength to the bulls who draw the wains. Strength to our seed and progeny that they may live, for thou art he who giveth strength. Enclose thee in the heart of Kr timber, in the car rod of Sinsapa put firmness. Show thyself strong, O axle, fixed and strengthened, throw us not from the car whereon we travel. Let not this sovereign of the wood leave us forlorn or injure us. Safe may we be until we reach our homes and rest us and unyoke. With various aids this day come to us, Indra, with best aids speed us, Magavan, thou hero. Let him who hacked us fall headlong downward, him whom we hate let vital breath abandon. He heats his very axe, and then cuts a mere simul blossom off. O Indra, like a cauldron cracked and seething, so he pours out foam. Men notice not the arrow, O ye people, they bring the red beast deeming it a bullock. A sluggish steed men run not with the courser, nor ever lead an ass before a charger. These men, the sons of Bharata, O Indra, regard not severance or close connection. They urge their own steed as it were another's, and take him, swift as the bow's string, to battle. Hymn 54. Visvidavas. One to him adorable, mighty, meet for synods, this strengthening hymn, unceasing, have they offered. May Agni hear us with his homely splendors, hear us, eternal one, with heavenly luster. To mighty heaven and earth I sing forth loudly, my wish goes out desirous and well knowing. Both, at whose laud in synods, showing favor, the gods rejoice them with the living mortal. O heaven and earth, may your great law he faithful, he ye our leaders for our high advantage. To heaven and earth I offer this my homage, with food, O Agni, as I pray for riches. Yea, holy heaven and earth, the ancient sages whose word was ever true had power to find you. And brave men in the fight where heroes conquer, O earth, have known you well and paid you honor. What pathway leadeth to the gods? Who knoweth this of a truth, and who will now declare it? Seen are their lowest dwelling places only, but they are in remote and secret regions. The sage who looked on mankind hath viewed them bedewed, rejoicing in the seat of order. They make a home as for a bird, though parted, with one same will finding themselves together. Partners though parted, with far distant limits, on one firm place both stand for ever watchful. And, being young for evermore, as sisters, speak to each other names that are united. All living things they part and keep asunder, though bearing up the mighty gods they reel not. One all is Lord of what is fixed and moving, that walks, that flies, this multiform creation. Afar the ancient from of old I ponder, our kinship with our mighty sire and father singing the praise whereof the gods by custom stand on the spacious far extended pathway. This laud, O heaven and earth, to you I utter, let the kind hearted hear, whose tongue is Agni. Young, sovereign rulers, Varuna and Mitra, the wise and very glorious Aditya's. The fair tongued Savitar, the golden handed, comes thrice from heaven as Lord in our assembly. Bear to the gods the song of praise, and send us, then, Savitar, complete and perfect safety. Deft worker, skillful handed, helpful, holy, may Vastar, God, give us these things to aid us. Take your delight, your bus joined with Pusan, ye have prepared the right with stones adjusted. Borne on their flashing car, the spear-armed Maruts, the nimble youths of heaven, the sons of order. The holy, and Sarasvati, shall hear us, ye mighty, give us wealth with noble offspring. To Venu rich in marvels, songs and praises shall go as singers on the road of Bhagaye. The chieftain of the mighty stride, whose mothers, the many young dames, never disregard him. Indra, who rules through all his powers heroic, hath with his majesty filled earth and heaven. Lord of brave hosts, fort crusher, Vritra slayer, gather thou up and bring us store of cattle. My sires are the Nasatayas, kind tokensmen, the Asvan's kinship is a glorious title. For ye are they who give us store of riches, ye guard your gift unchanged deeded by the bounteous. This is, ye wise, your great and glorious title, that all ye deities abide in Indra. Friend, much invoked. Art thou with thy dear rebus, fashion ye this our hymn for our advantage. Aryaman, Aditi deserve our worship, the laws of Varuna remain unbroken. The lot of childlessness remove ye from us, and let our course be rich in kine and offspring. May the gods' envoy, sent to many a quarter, proclaim us sinless for our perfect safety. May earth and heaven, the sun, the waters, hear us, and the wide firmament and constellations. Hear us the muettanes which distill the rain drops, and, resting firm, rejoice in freshening moisture. May Aditi with the Adityas hear us, and Maruts grant us their auspicious shelter. Soft be our path forever, well provisioned, with pleasant meat, O gods, the herbs besprinkle. Safe be my bliss, O Agni, in thy friendship, may I attain the seat of foodful riches. Enjoy the offering, beam thou strength upon us, combine thou for our good all kinds of glory. Conquer in battle, Agni, all those foemen, and light us every day with loving kindness. Hymn 55. Visvidivas. 1 At the first shining of the earliest mornings, in the cow's home was born the great eternal. Now shall the statutes of the gods be valid. Great is the God supreme and sole dominion Let not the gods here injure us, O Agni, nor fathers of old time who know the region. Nor the sign set between two ancient dwellings. Great is the God supreme and sole dominion. My wishes fly abroad to many places, I glance back to the ancient sacrifices. Let us declare the truth when fire is kindled. Great is the God supreme and sole dominion. King universal, born to sundry quarters, extended through the would-be lies on couches. One mother rests, another feeds the infant. Great is the God supreme and sole dominion. Lodged in old plants, he grows again in younger, swiftly within the newly born and tender. Though they are unimpregned, he makes them fruitful. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Now lying far away, child of two mothers, he wanders unrestrained, the single youngling. These are the laws of Varuna and Mitra. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Child of two mothers, priest, sole lord in synods, he still precedes while resting as foundation. They who speak sweetly bring him sweet addresses. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. As to a friendly warrior when he battles, each thing that comes anear is seen to meet him. The hymn commingles with the cow's oblation. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Deep within these the hoary envoy pierceth, mighty, he goeth to the realm of splendor. And looked on us, clad in wondrous beauty. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Venu, the guardian, keeps the loftiest station, upholding dear, immortal dwelling places. Agni knows well all these created beings. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Ye, variant pair, have made yourselves twin beauties, one of the twain is dark, bright shines the other. And yet these two, the dark, the red, are sisters. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Where the two cows, the mother and the daughter, meet and give suck yielding their lordly nectar. I praise them at the seat of law eternal. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Loud hath she lowed, licking the other's youngling. On what world hath the milch cow laid her udder? This Isla streameth with the milk of order. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Earth weareth beauties manifold, uplifted, licking her calf of 18 months, she standeth. Well skilled I seek the seat of law eternal. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Within a wondrous place the twain are treasured, the one is manifest, the other hidden. One common pathway leads in two directions. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Let the milch kine that have no calves storm downward, yielding rich nectar, streaming, unexhausted. These who are ever new and fresh and youthful. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. What time the bull bellows in other regions, another herd receives the genial moisture. For he is Bhaga, king, the earth's protector. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Let us declare the hero's wealth in horses, O all ye folk, of this the gods have knowledge. Sixfold they bear him, or by fives are harnessed. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Tvastar the God, the omniform Creator, begets and feeds mankind in various manner. His, verily, are all these living creatures. Great is the God's supreme dominion. The two great meeting bowls hath he united, each of the pair is laden with his treasure. The hero is renowned for gathering riches. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Yea, and on this our earth the all-sustainer dwells like a king with noble friends about him. In his protection heroes rest in safety. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Rich in their gifts for thee are herbs and waters, and earth brings all her wealth for thee, O Indra. May we as friends of thine share goodly treasures. Great is the God's supreme and sole dominion. Hymn 56. Visvidavas. 1. Not men of magic skill, not men of wisdom impair the God's first steadfast ordinances. Neer may the earth and heaven which know not malice, nor the fixed hills, be bowed by sage devices. 1. Moving not away, support 6 burthens, the cows proceed to him the true, the highest. Near stand 3 mighty ones who travel swiftly, 2 are concealed from sight, 1 is apparent. The bull who wears all shapes, the triple-breasted, 3 uttered, with a brood in many places. Ruleth majestic with his triple aspect, the bull, the everlasting one's impregner. When nigh them, as their tracer he observed them, he called aloud the dear name of Aditya's. The goddesses, the waters, stayed to meet him, they who were wandering separate enclosed him. Streams. The wise gods have thrice three habitations. Child of three mothers, he is Lord in synods. Three are the holy ladies of the waters, thrice here from heaven supreme in our assembly. Do thou, O Savitar, from heaven thrice hither, 3 times a day, send down thy blessings daily. Send us, O Bhaga, triple wealth and treasure, cause the 2 worlds to prosper us, preserver. Savitar thrice from heaven pours down abundance, and the fair a-handed kings Varuna, Mitra. And spacious heaven and earth, yea, and the waters, solicit wealth that Savitar may send us. 3 are the bright realms, best, beyond attainment, and 3, the Asura's heroes, rule as sovereigns. Holy and vigorous, never to be injured. Thrice may the gods from heaven attend our synod. Hymn 57. Visvid of us. One my thought with fine discernment hath discovered the cow who wanders free without a herdsman. Her who hath straightway poured me food in plenty, Indra and Agni therefore are her praisers. Indra and Pusan, deft of hand and mighty, well pleased have drained the heaven's exhaustless udder. As in this praise the gods have all delighted, may I win blessing here from you, O Vasus. Fain to lend vigor to the bull, the cyst. With reverence recognize the germ within him. The cows come lowing hither to the youngling, to him endued with great and wondrous beauties. Fixing with thought, at sacrifice, the precious stones, I bid the well-formed heaven and earth come hither. For these thy flames, which give men boons in plenty, rise up on high, the beautiful, the holy. Agni, thy meath a sweet tongue that tastes fair viands, which among gods is called the far extended a. Therewith make all the holy odes be seated here for our help, and feed them with sweet juices. Let thy stream give us drink, O God, O Agni, wonderful and exhaustless like the rain clouds. Thus care for us, O Vasujatavidas, show us thy loving kindness, reaching all men. Hymn 58. Asvins. 1 The ancient milch a cow yields the things we long for, the son of Daksina travels between them. She with the splendid chariot brings refulgence. The praise of Usus hath awoke the Asvins. They bear you hither by well-ordered statute, our sacred offerings rise as if to parents. Destroy in us the counsel of the niggard, come hitherward, for we have shown you favor. With lightly a rolling car and well-yoked horses hear this, the press a stone's song, ye wonder workers. Have not the sages of old time, ye Asvins, called you most prompt to come and stay misfortune? Remember us, and come to us, for ever men, as their wont is, invocate the Asvins. Friends as it were have offered you these juices, sweet, blent with milk at the first break of morning. Even through many regions, O ye Asvins, high praise is yours among mankind, ye mighty a. Come, helpers, on the paths which gods have travelled, here your libations of sweet meat are ready. Ancient your home, auspicious is your friendship, heroes, your wealth is with the house of Yanu. Forming again with you auspicious friendship, let us rejoice with draughts of meat together. O Asvins, very mighty ones, with Vayu and with his steeds, one minded, ever youthful. Nasatias, joying in the 3rd day's soma, drink it, not hostile, very bounteous givers. Asvins, to you are brought abundant viands in rivalry with sacred songs, unceasing. Sprung from high low your car, urged on by precious stones, goes round the earth and heaven in one brief moment. Asvins, your soma sheds delicious sweetness, drink ye thereof and come unto our dwelling. Your car, assuming many a shape, most often goes to the soma pressor's place of meeting. Hymn 59. Mitra. 1 Mitra, when speaking, stirreth men to labor, Mitra sustaineth both the earth and heaven. Mitra beholdeth men with eyes that close not. To Mitra bring, with holy oil, oblation. Foremost be he who brings thee food, O Mitra, who strives to keep thy sacred law, Aditya. He whom thou helpest neer is slain or conquered, on him, from near or far, falls no affliction. joying in sacred food and free from sickness, with knees bent lowly on the earth's broad surface. Following closely the Aditya's statute, may we remain in Mitra's gracious favor. Auspicious and adorable, this Mitra was born with fair dominion, king, disposer. May we enjoy the grace of him the holy, rest in his propitious loving kindness. The great Aditya, to be served with war. Ship, who stirreth men, is gracious to the singer. To Mitra, him most highly to be lauded, offer in fire oblation that he loveth. The gainful grace of Mitra. God, supporter of the race of man, gives splendor of most glorious fame. Mitra whose glory spreads afar, he who in might surpasses heaven, surpasses earth in his renown. All the 5 races have repaired to Mitra, ever strong to aid. For he sustaineth all the gods. Mitra to gods, to living men, to him who strews the holy grass, gives food fulfilling sacred law. Hymn 60. Rebus. 1. Here is your ghostly kinship, here, O men, they came desirous to these holy rites with store of wealth. With wondrous arts, whereby, with schemes to meet each need, ye gained, Sudanvan's sons, your share in sacrifice. The mighty powers wherewith ye formed the chalices, the thought by which ye drew the cow from out the hide. The intellect wherewith ye wrought the 2 base deeds through these, O Rebus, ye attained divinity. Friendship with Indra have the Rebus, fully gained, grandsons of Manu, they skillfully urged the work. Sudanvan's children won them everlasting life, serving with holy rites, pious with noble acts. For in company with Indra come ye to the juice, then gloriously shall your wishes be fulfilled. Not to be paragoned, ye priests, are your good deeds, nor your heroic acts, Rebus, Sudanvan's sons. O Indra, with the Rebus, mighty ones, pour down the soma juice effused, well blent, from both Daiche. Nds. Magalan, urged by song, in the drink offerer's house rejoice thee with the heroes, with Sudanvan's son. S. With Rabunir, and Vaha, Indra, here exult, with Sasi, praised of many, in the juice we pour. These homes wherein we dwell have turned themselves to thee, devotions to the gods, as laws of men ordain. Come with the mighty Rebus, Indra, come to us, strengthening with thy help the singer's holy praise. At 100 eager calls come to the living man, with 1,000 arts attend the act of sacrifice. Hymn 61. Uses. 1. O uses, strong with strength, endowed with knowledge, accept the singer's praise, O wealthy lady. Thou, goddess, ancient, young, and full of wisdom, movest, all bounteous, as the law ordaineth. Shine forth, O morning, thou auspicious goddess, on thy bright car awaking pleasant voices. Let docile horses of far-reaching splendor convey thee hitherward, the golden-colored. Thou, morning, turning thee to every creature, standest on high as ensign of the immortal. To one same goal ever and ever wending now, like a wheel, O newly born, roll hither. Letting her reins drop downward, morning cometh, the wealthy dame, the lady of the dwelling. Bringing forth light, the wonderful, the blessed hath spread her from the bounds of earth and heaven. Hither invoke the radiant goddess morning, and bring with reverence your hymn to praise her. She, dropping sweets, hath set in heaven her brightness, and, fair to look on, hath beamed forth her splend. R. From heaven, with hymns, the Holy One was wakened, brightly to both worlds came the wealthy lady. To morning, Agni, when she comes refulgent, thou goest forth soliciting fair riches. On law's firm base the speeder of the mornings, the bull, hath entered mighty earth and heaven. Great is the power of Varuna and Mitra, which, bright, hath spread in every place its splendor. Hymn 62. Indra and others. 1. Your well-known prompt activities aforetime needed no impulse from your faithful servant. Where, Indra Varana, is now that glory wherewith ye brought support to those who loved you? This man, most diligent, seeking after riches, incessantly invokes you for your favor. Accordant, Indra Varana, with Maruts, with heaven and earth, hear ye mine invocation. O Indra Varana, ours be this treasure, ours be wealth, Maruts, with full store of heroes. May the Varatris with their shelter aid us, and Bharati and Hatri with the mornings. Be pleased with our oblations, thou loved of all gods, Braspati. Give wealth to him who brings thee gifts. At sacrifices, with your hymns worship the pure Braspati. I pray for power which none may bend. The bull of men, whom none deceive, the wearer of each shape at will. Braspati most excellent, divine, resplendent Pusan, this our newest hymn of eulogy. By us is chanted forth to thee. Accept with favor this my song, be gracious to the earnest thought. Even as a bridegroom to his bride. May he who sees all living things, see them together at a glance. May light, may Pusan be our help. May we attain that excellent glory of Savitar the God. So may he stimulate our prayers. With understanding, earnestly, of Savitar the God we crave our portion of prosperity. Men, singers worship Savitar the God with hymn and holy rites. Urged by the impulse of their thoughts, Soma who gives success goes forth, goes to the gathering place of gods. To seat him at the seat of law. To us and to our cattle may Soma give salutary food. To biped and to quadruped. May Soma, strengthening our power of life, and conquering our foes, in our assembly take his seat. May Mitra Varana, sapient pair, bedew our pasturage with oil. With meat the regions of the air. Far ruling, joyful when adored, ye reign through majesty of might. With pure laws everlastingly. lauded by Jamadagni's song, sit in the place of holy law. Drink Soma, ye who strengthen law.